I need to record this video because this is very important. I made a video recently talking about this, and I didn't factor in the fact of use of pets that increase your rep speed. And if you buy them with the money, which cost a lot of money actually, it costs like $400 to get everything. To get a full set of pets. The calculation I had before for that top player was 9.7 years for him to get there, doing the legit way, doing it a basic way without those pets. But if they use those pets, it's more like probably about 4 years. But even then, probably about 4.5 years using those pets, because it makes it so that it basically doubles. Well, actually, would I say it doubles? It increases it by 15% every time, and you can only equip 8. So 8 times 15. How much is that? So 120% rep speed. So it's probably about 4 years, we'll say. But even then, this game has been around only for 5 years, 6 years. No, 7 years. We'll say, yeah, 7 years, near 7 years or 6 years. So, yeah, you can do it the legit way, but the fact is, no, you haven't. You haven't done it the legit way. That is 4 years still, and that's the best actual time you can get with the pets. It's still 4 years to get that same number. It's still near 4 years, if not more. And that's the minimum. Like I said, that's the absolute minimum. So it would have taken you 4 years to get it minimum. So you could have gotten it at, say, 2023. You could have gotten it. But that doesn't even include the fact that pets like that with higher rep speed were actually added later into the game. They weren't at the start of the game. They weren't always at the start of the game, and then there's a bunch of things added later, actually, that affects how much you could get too, like the fact of having 2 times strength and everything. And that does affect it too. I didn't even consider that. Now I think about it, yeah, that does affect it too. Being able to double your strength amount. You can get 2 times strength, and you can increase your strength. And also there's the, well, I've already factored that in a little bit, but no, actually I have factored in a decent amount. But I haven't factored in, what I haven't factored in is the rep speed, because I haven't done that yet. I have not done the rep speed yet. So all I need to do is do a full max build, a full max setup, and once I do, then I can simply reference that and see how much I get. Reference that and then make a new calculation from that. Say like maybe 2 quadrillion a day. I mean, not a day. I mean, 2 quadrillion a month, or something like that. Near 2.5 quadrillion a month, or something like that. But the fact is, 4 years minimum. It's still very similar to that number. It still is near 4 years. Either way, 4 years minimum. And that's excluding if you've taken breaks, if you've done things that have simply not been efficient. And the calculation is based on how I made things and how good I did. But the fact is, it can be better. People can do better than that. I know for a fact they can. But like I said, the game has only recently implemented everything. It's only recently implemented all of these things to improve your strength and improve how much you get per rep and all of these things. All of the pets that you've seen in the shop, those were not there originally. And also the 2 times strength you get that from the Jungle King, the Jungle Captain, that was not there. From the booster, from the egg, that was not there. So the fact is, you need to stop making excuses for these people. There's no excuses. These guys have quite clearly cheated. You're not using 4 years or 3 years, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to say the number is, you're not using that much time on this game. Because that is not a little amount of time. Most people don't even have that amount of time on the games they absolutely love and the games that are way more advanced than a game like this. And this game has been the same for years. It's barely changed. The only really times it's changed is the fact of marketing. So there's really not much motivation to play this game. There's not that much motivation to keep getting stronger in this game. So the fact is, what motivation there would be to get stronger is if you're versus cheaters. And if you're also cheating yourself. And then it would actually make perfect sense that someone has gotten to 3 quintillion. Or even 1 quintillion at all. And you know, I think that's one of the reasons that they actually didn't update the leaderboards for so long, is that it's been like that for years. It's been like that for so many years, and it's absolute nonsense. The leaderboards have been like that for so long. And one of the reasons is probably because of cheaters. All of the cheaters that are on that leaderboard. And I'm not talking about only cheaters that have done things relating to strength. I'm talking about every cheater that has done anything. If they've cheated, they should not be on that leaderboard, and they should not be in the game anymore. You know what they should do? They should restart from nothing. They should restart from nothing, start from 0 like they deserve. My calculation is accurate. I halved it. I halved the amount of time from 9.7 to 4 years. Even that is too much. The game has only been around for 6 or 7 years. So the only difference, you would only have 2 years to actually, or 2 to 3 years to actually do what you want and to do other things. That's not enough time, Really, it's not enough time. 2 to 3 years in 4 years of playing, of free time, of time that you're doing whatever you want and actually not cheating? It means that you're only really doing it unless you're cheating. You're only really doing it unless you're cheating. If you're cheating, I mean. You're only really doing it if you're cheating. You're not doing it if you're not cheating, because it makes no sense. Unless you have like 2 PCs, which is possible. I know it is. You could have 2 PCs, but even then, it's stupid. You can't always use your PC. You can't always run it. You can't always make it happen. It simply doesn't make sense. And even then, what reward are you getting for it? For having no breaks, for having no other things that you're doing, what reward are you getting? Are you going into a game and killing people over and over again? Is that the reward you get? Is that what satisfies you? But there has to be some amount of time that you spend using your strength and actually going into a game and enjoying how much strength you've gotten. Is there not some amount of time that you used? If so, then that means that those 2 to 3 years are the only amount of time you can actually enjoy the game. Because it is 4 years minimum. It's 4 years minimum, so you have to be going for at least 4 years. And those 2 to 3 years are the only time you get to enjoy the game. And yes, that is a lot of time to enjoy the game. It absolutely is. It's a lot of time to realize, oh, the game is actually really fun, and I would like to invest more of my time into it to get to be the strongest and invest money into it. And yes, it is possible. It's possible to get it. Like I said, it's possible to get it in 4 years. It's possible to get it from the game's creation date, but it's unlikely. And it doesn't even make much sense, really. Because, like I said, the game did not always have these things, and 4 years is actually based on my experience, which is based on new things that have been added. Those players have cheated, and it's not even complicated to understand. Those players have cheated. You simplify it. You say 1 quintillion's too much for you to have since the game has started. You're probably a cheater. And you don't really need to verify it. You really don't. It's too much. The answer is it's too much. Of course, you should try to verify it as much as possible. You definitely should, but you don't need to. It makes no sense. Absolutely not. It makes 0 sense. And you can definitely lower the number by a bit. You could say, so if it's 4 years for 3 quintillion, it's 1.5 then. Or 1.25, whatever. It's like 1.33 then. It's 1.33 for 1.33 years for 1 quintillion. Even that much time is still too much. It's still too much. That's a lot of time. Like, even that is a lot of time. I don't even have that much time, I don't think, on dang Overwatch. Even though I've used so much of my time in that game. And I don't even have that much time on Overwatch, I don't think. 1.33 years in time used and time actually on the game. I don't even think I have that much on Overwatch. It's too long. And yes, it's possible, and some people may have done it. But a lot of people have cheated. And there needs to be a lot of banning. A lot of people need to get banned. Even if you cheated a very small amount, you need to get banned. You deserve it. The chances of people actually being able to get that much strength and everything is almost zero. It's not simply unlikely, it's not simply something that is difficult. Because, like I said, it has not been in the game all this time. It has not always been in the game. There's some things that have not always been in the game. So it's not simply difficult. It's almost impossible to have that much strength without cheating. And also, especially because there's so many people at that level, I would understand it if there was only a few. If there was only a few people, like let's say 20 people, 10 people had a really high amount of strength, like in the quadrillions, in the hundreds of quadrillions. I would understand that. I would say, yeah, they probably played for a really long time. But we're talking hundreds of people. Hundreds of people. And then we're talking a few people in the quintillions. And then the multiples of quintillions. We're not talking about the top 10 players having hundreds of quadrillions. We're talking about the whole leaderboard having hundreds of quadrillions. No, it's not okay. Those people have obviously cheated. Something, they need to get done. They need to get banned. They need to get banned. Something needs to get done. And the thing that needs to get done is they need to get banned. They've cheated. They've all cheated. I'm done now.